The divine pagan kindred emerges as a profound and holistic religion, a visionary synthesis of the indigenous European religions, Celtic, Germanic, Slavic, Greco-Roman, Baltic and Finnic, designed to honor and preserve their rich and diverse spiritual heritage within a unified polytheistic framework. Rooted in the ancient traditions of a time marked by vibrant cultural expressions, this religion unites the gods, deities, spirits, and cosmological beliefs of these cultures into a divine assembly that thrives within the shared spiritual realm known as the Eternal Veil. The divine pagan kindred reimagines figures such as Celtic Lugh, Germanic Odin, Slavic Purin, Greco-Roman Zeus, Baltic Dives, and Finnic Ukko as integral members of a cohesive pantheon, each contributing unique attributes, roles, and cultural significance while existing in harmonious unity. This essay provides a comprehensive exploration of the divine pagan kindred, detailing its formation as a synthesis of these 6 pagan traditions and how each contributes both individually and collectively. It focuses on how elements, gods, rituals, spirits, and realms converge to shape the kindred, creating a spiritual identity that celebrates the polytheistic diversity of Europe while fostering a unified realm where all traditions are seamlessly integrated. The process of formation highlights the blending of distinct cultural practices into a singular spiritual narrative, ensuring that the essence of each tradition is preserved and elevated within the kindred's expansive vision. The formation of the divine pagan kindred is not merely a fusion but a deliberate weaving of the spiritual threads that define each tradition, creating a tapestry that reflects the collective wisdom and reverence of the tribes. This religion draws upon the oral traditions, sacred sites, and animistic beliefs that have long sustained these cultures, transforming them into a dynamic system where the Eternal Veil serves as a unifying plane. The divine assembly, composed of deities from across the regions, embodies the strength, creativity, and harmony of the natural world, offering a spiritual home that transcends the boundaries of individual tribes. By integrating the rituals of grove offerings, blot sacrifices, and Saita ceremonies, the kindred ensures that the voices of all traditions are heard, fostering a sense of shared purpose and identity. This synthesis is not a replacement of the old ways but an evolution, where the unique contributions of each culture enhance the whole, providing a foundation for a religion that resonates with the enduring spirit of Europe's ancient peoples. The contribution of each tradition to the divine pagan kindred lies in its ability to enrich the realm with diverse perspectives and practices, creating a multifaceted spiritual landscape. The gods and spirits, once confined to their regional domains, now collaborate within the Eternal Veil, overseeing the cycles of nature, the pursuit of wisdom, and the honoring of ancestors. This collective existence allows the kindred to serve as a living testament to the resilience and adaptability of these traditions, offering practitioners a religion that is both deeply rooted in the past and vibrantly alive in the present. The essay delves into the specific roles of Celtic, Germanic, Slavic, Greco-Roman, Baltic, and Finnic contributions, illustrating how their individual elements, thunder gods, fertility deities, and nature spirits, interweave to form a unified yet diverse spiritual entity, ensuring that the divine pagan kindred stands as a beacon of cultural unity and spiritual depth. Celtic paganism, Western Europe, Gaul, Britain, Ireland. Celtic paganism, practiced by tribes from the Iron Age, 700 BCE, to the Roman period, 1st to 5th century CE, is a nature-centered tradition with sacred groves, rivers, and springs serving as ritual sites, led by druids who conducted rituals, divinations, and sacrifices to maintain harmony with the natural and spiritual worlds. Its beliefs emphasize a profound reverence for ancestors, nature spirits inhabiting trees, rivers, and hills, and a cyclical view of life intricately tied to the otherworld afterlife, a mystical realm where the departed guide the living. This tradition thrives through an oral heritage of sagas and stories, passed down by tribal elders and lorekeepers, preserving a rich tapestry of myths and rituals. The pantheon includes gods like Cernunnos, a horned deity symbolizing fertility and the wild, often depicted with antlers surrounded by beasts; Brigid, a multifaceted goddess of poetry, healing, and smithcraft; Lugh, a god of light, skill, and warfare associated with the harvest festival Lugnasad; Danu, a mother goddess linked to rivers and fertility; and Tyrannis, a thunder god connected to wheels and storms. These deities are supported by a vibrant array of animals: boars representing strength, stags symbolizing nature's connection, horses denoting nobility and warfare, and ravens serving as omens tied to gods like Lugh or the Morrigan, alongside spirits that animate the landscape. The divine pagan kindred incorporates Cernunnos and Brigid into its divine assembly, their roles in fertility and healing enhancing the realm's life-giving essence and providing a nurturing foundation for the collective spiritual identity. Luffa's solar power and Tyranni's thunderous might complement the broader assembly of main gods, contributing to the celestial oversight that governs the kindred's cosmic balance, while Danu's maternal influence enriches the Earth's vitality. The Otherworld, a key spiritual realm, seamlessly integrates into the eternal veil, offering a space where the souls of ancestors and nature spirits coexist, deepening the realm's mystical depth. Celtic grove rituals, such as the Samhain bonfire ceremonies and offerings at sacred wells, become integral to the ritual calendar, providing a rhythmic connection to the seasons and the eternal veil. The presence of raven omens and the animistic reverence for boars and stags further enhance the spiritual framework, uniting Celtic nature worship with the kindred's diverse tapestry. This contribution forms a foundational element of ecological harmony, ensuring that the Celtic tradition's emphasis on the cyclical nature of life and the sacredness of the land resonates throughout the unified realm. The collective impact of Celtic paganism within the divine pagan kindred lies in its ability to infuse the religion with a deep-rooted connection to the natural world and its cycles, a legacy that enriches the assembly's governance over life and renewal. The integration of Druids' leadership and the oral transmission of sagas ensures that the cultural narratives and rituals remain vibrant, offering practitioners a sense of continuity and reverence for the past. As part of the divine assembly, Cernunnos and Brigid collaborate with other fertility deities like Xemena and Demeter, while Lugh and Tyrannis align with thunder gods like Perun and Zeus, creating a harmonious interplay of powers that oversee the earth and sky. The Otherworld's mystical presence within the eternal veil allows for a spiritual dialogue between the living and the departed, a unique Celtic contribution that strengthens the kindred's communal and ancestral bonds. Thus, Celtic paganism's elements of nature worship, ancestor veneration, and cyclical renewal are woven into the fabric of the divine pagan kindred, enhancing its spiritual depth and providing an enduring foundation for its unified identity. Germanic Norse paganism, Northern Europe, Scandinavia, Germany, Anglo-Saxon England. Germanic paganism, encompassing the Norse traditions from the Bronze Age, 1000 BCE, to the Viking Age, 11th century CE, centers on a pantheon intricately tied to the concept of fate, known as Wyrd, and the cosmos, represented by Yggdrasil, the world tree that connects 9 realms. This tradition features rituals such as blots, which involve sacrifices of animals or goods to honor the gods, alongside feasting and rune-based divination conducted by seers to interpret the will of the divine. Its beliefs encompass a multifaceted cosmology with realms like Asgard, home of the gods, Midgard, the human world, and afterlives such as Valhalla, a hall for warriors fallen in battle, and Hel, a realm for others, preserved through oral tales and the runestone inscriptions crafted by skilled artisans. The pantheon includes Odin, the god of wisdom, war, and death, known for sacrificing an eye for knowledge and accompanied by ravens; Thor, the thunder deity wielding the hammer Mjolnir to protect humanity; Freya, a Vanir goddess of fertility and love who rides a boar-drawn chariot; Loki, a trickster god associated with chaos and transformation; and Frigg, the goddess of marriage and foresight, Odin's consort. These deities are supported by animals: ravens as Odin's messengers Hugin and Munin, wolves linked to his warlike nature, boars sacred to Freyr, goats pulling Thor's chariot, and the world serpent Jormungandr, alongside spirits like Landvetter, which protect specific places, and elves and dwarves, known for their craftsmanship. The divine pagan kindred integrates Odin's profound wisdom and Thor's thunderous might into the divine assembly, their attributes suggesting a unified celestial force that governs the kindred's spiritual and martial domains. The realms of Valhalla and Hel contribute significantly to the eternal veil, offering spaces for warriors and the departed to find their place within the interconnected spiritual network, enriching the realm's complexity. Blot sacrifices and the practice of rune divination, traditionally etched into runestones, become foundational elements of the ritual calendar and shared mythology, providing a structured means to connect with the divine assembly and seek guidance. Freya's fertility and Loki's transformative chaos add layers of creativity and adaptability to the pantheon, while Frigg's foresight enhances the assembly's ability to navigate the future. This Germanic contribution infuses the kindred with a warrior ethos and a cosmic perspective, where the strength of Thor's hammer and the wisdom of Odin's quest strengthen the realm's spiritual diversity, creating a robust foundation for its unified identity. The collective contribution of Germanic Norse paganism to the divine pagan kindred lies in its ability to enrich the religion with a dynamic interplay of cosmic order and individual destiny, a legacy that enhances the assembly's governance over the spiritual and natural worlds. The integration of Yggdrasil as a symbolic link within the eternal veil allows the kindred to reflect the interconnectedness of all realms, a concept that resonates with the Germanic understanding of fate and balance. Odin and Thor collaborate with other main gods like Perun and Zeus, their wisdom and thunder aligning to oversee the skies, while Freya and Frigg work alongside fertility deities like Brigid and Mokosh to ensure the Earth's prosperity. The presence of Landvetter and the runestone tradition further supports the communal and ritualistic aspects, offering a tangible connection to the land and its spirits. Thus, Germanic Norse paganism's elements of warrior honor, cosmic structure, and animistic reverence are woven into the divine pagan kindred, fortifying its spiritual resilience and providing an enduring source of strength for its unified realm. Slavic paganism, Eastern Europe, Poland, Russia, Balkans. Slavic paganism, originating in the Iron Age, 500 BCE, and flourishing through the pre-contact era until the 9th to 12th centuries CE, is a tradition deeply rooted in a dualistic cosmology that juxtaposes the sky and underworld, with a strong emphasis on nature worship as the cornerstone of its spiritual practice. Rituals are conducted at sacred oaks and rivers, where tribal artisans and spiritual leaders offer reverence to key deities such as Purin, the thunder and war god associated with lightning and oak trees; Velis, the underworld deity linked to cattle, wealth, and the earth, often depicted as a serpent or bear; Svarog, the sky or smith god tied to fire and creation; and Mokosh, the earth goddess of fertility, weaving, and women's labor. These beliefs encompass a cyclical afterlife where souls return to nature or reside in an underworld realm, supported by a rich animistic worldview featuring animals like bears, symbolizing strength and tied to Velis, and eagles, serving as Purin's messengers, alongside spirits such as Domovoi, household guardians, and Rizalki, water spirits, all preserved through oral folklore and the crafting of stone idols by skilled artisans within the community. The divine pagan kindred integrates Purin's thunderous might and Mokosh's nurturing earth care into its divine assembly, their attributes reflecting a singular essence that combines power and sustenance, forming a vital component of the realm's spiritual governance. The underworld realm overseen by Velis contributes a profound depth to the eternal veil, providing a space where the departed and nature's cycles intertwine, enriching the kindred's mystical landscape. Kupala fire rituals, with their leaping flames and wreath-floating ceremonies, enhance the ritual calendar, offering a vibrant celebration of fertility and purification that resonates with the assembly's seasonal rhythm. The presence of Domovoi spirits bridges the natural and communal spheres, fostering a sense of protection and unity that weaves Slavic dualism into the kindred's diverse tapestry. This contribution strengthens the realm's spiritual harmony, as the balance between sky and earth, embodied by Purin and Mokosh, becomes a foundational element that supports the interconnectedness of all tribal practices within the unified framework. The collective impact of Slavic paganism on the divine pagan kindred lies in its ability to infuse the religion with a dynamic interplay of cosmic duality and earthly vitality, a legacy that enhances the assembly's oversight of the natural and spiritual worlds. The integration of Purin's thunder with Zeus's sovereignty and Mokosh's fertility with Zemina's earth care creates a harmonious collaboration among the main gods and fertility deities, ensuring a balanced ecosystem within the eternal veil. The underworld's role, guided by Velis, aligns with Hades and Tuonela's guardianship, enriching the realm's afterlife narrative, while Kupala's communal rites strengthen the calendar's seasonal unity. Domovoi and Rizalki spirits further support the community's animistic ties, offering protection and connection to the land, which collectively fortify the kindred's spiritual resilience. Thus, Slavic paganism's elements of dualistic cosmology, nature worship, and cyclical renewal are intricately woven into the divine pagan kindred, providing an enduring source of strength and balance for its unified identity. Greco-Roman paganism, Southern Europe, Greece, Italy. Greco-Roman paganism, originating in the Bronze Age, 1600 BCE, and thriving through the pre-contact era until the 4th century CE, is characterized by a highly organized pantheon governed by a structured system of worship, supported by temples and the poetic compositions of ancient bards such as those who crafted the Iliad and Hesiod's Theogony. This tradition features a pantheon led by Zeus, the sky and thunder god who reigns as king, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, war, and crafts, and Demeter, the deity of agriculture and fertility, with rituals that include sacrifices at temple altars and participation in mystery cults that explore deeper spiritual mysteries. The cosmology encompasses realms like Hades, the underworld where souls reside, alongside a belief in heroic afterlives such as the Elysian Fields, supported by an animistic tradition featuring animals like owls, symbolizing Athena's wisdom, and eagles, representing Zeus's power, as well as spirits such as nymphs, who animate rivers, trees, and mountains, and satyrs, wild spirits of the forests. The divine pagan kindred incorporates Zeus's sovereign authority and Athena's intellectual prowess into its divine assembly, their attributes suggesting a unified divine mind that governs the realm's order and wisdom, providing a stabilizing force within the spiritual landscape. The realm of Hades enriches the eternal veil, offering a space where the shades of the departed contribute to the interconnected spiritual network, adding a layer of depth to the kindred's mystical framework. Temple rituals, with their structured offerings of grain and wine, and the Saturnalia feasts, marked by communal joy and role reversal, shape the ritual calendar, infusing the kindred with a sense of organized celebration and social harmony. The presence of nymphs enhances the spiritual framework, their songs and dances connecting the natural world to the assembly, uniting the Greco-Roman tradition's structured cosmology with the kindred synthesis. This contribution establishes a foundation of intellectual and natural balance, ensuring the realm's governance reflects the order and beauty of the Greco-Roman legacy. The collective contribution of Greco-Roman paganism to the divine pagan kindred lies in its ability to enrich the religion with a sophisticated interplay of cosmic order and cultural refinement, a legacy that enhances the assembly's oversight of wisdom and the natural world. The integration of Zeus's thunder with Perun's might and Athena's strategy with Odin's insight creates a collaborative leadership among the main gods, ensuring a balanced intellectual and martial presence within the eternal veil. Hades's underworld aligns with Veles and Tuonela, deepening the realm's afterlife narrative, while Saturnalia's festive spirit complements Cupola and Yule, enriching the calendar's diversity. Nymphs and satyrs further support the animistic ties, offering a vibrant connection to the land and its spirits, which collectively strengthen the kindred's cultural resilience. Thus, Greco-Roman paganism's elements of organized worship, philosophical depth, and natural reverence are intricately woven into the divine pagan kindred, providing an enduring source of order and harmony for its unified identity. Baltic paganism, Northeastern Europe, Lithuania, Latvia, Prussia. Baltic paganism, originating in the Iron Age and flourishing through the pre-contact era until the 14th to 15th centuries CE, is a tradition deeply focused on nature worship, with sacred groves, stones, and fire altars serving as primary ritual sites where tribal communities connect with the divine. Its beliefs center on a harmonious cosmos governed by a pantheon that includes Dives, the sky god and creator who oversees the world's order, Perkunas, the thunder and lightning deity similar to other storm gods, and Zemina, the earth goddess of fertility and agriculture, reflecting a balanced relationship between sky and earth. This tradition encompasses an afterlife tied to nature or ancestral realms, supported by an animistic worldview featuring animals like horses, symbolizing solar energy, and snakes, linked to household protection and fertility, alongside spirits such as Lima, the fate goddess, and Veles, the ancestral souls, all preserved through oral folklore passed down by village elders and shared during communal gatherings. The divine pagan kindred integrates Dives' creative authority and Perkunas' thunderous power into its divine assembly, their attributes reflecting a singular essence of order and strength that governs the realm's cosmic and natural domains, providing a stabilizing force within the spiritual landscape. The afterlife realm, where ancestral spirits reside, joins the eternal veil, offering a space of continuity and connection that enriches the kindred's mystical depth with the wisdom of the past. Solstice fire rituals, with their sacred flames and bread offerings to Zemina, enhance the ritual calendar, infusing the kindred with a celebration of the sun's cycle and the earth's bounty, aligning with the assembly's seasonal rhythm. The presence of Veles spirits connects the community to its ancestors, fostering a sense of protection and unity that weaves Baltic harmony into the kindred's diverse tapestry, where the tradition's cosmic balance strengthens the realm's spiritual unity and resilience. The collective contribution of Baltic paganism to the divine pagan kindred lies in its ability to enrich the religion with a serene interplay of cosmic harmony and earthly vitality, a legacy that enhances the assembly's oversight of the natural and ancestral worlds. The integration of Dives' creation with Zeus's sovereignty and Perkunas' thunder with Thor's might creates a collaborative leadership among the main gods, ensuring a balanced celestial and terrestrial presence within the eternal veil. The afterlife's ancestral role, guided by Veles, aligns with Hades and the otherworld, deepening the realm's spiritual narrative, while solstice fires complement Cupola and Yule, enriching the calendar's seasonal diversity. Lima and other spirits further support the animistic ties, offering guidance and connection to the land, which collectively fortify the kindred's cultural endurance. Thus, Baltic paganism's elements of nature worship, cosmic balance, and ancestral reverence are intricately woven into the divine pagan kindred, providing an enduring source of harmony and unity for its unified identity. Finnic-Uralic paganism, Northern Europe, Finland, Estonia. Finnic paganism, originating in prehistory and flourishing through the pre-contact era until the 11th to 13th centuries CE, is a deeply shamanistic tradition that reveres a pantheon intricately tied to the natural world, with rituals centered around sacred Sida stones and other natural landmarks. This tradition honors key deities such as Ukko, the sky and thunder god who rules the heavens with a commanding presence, Tapio, the forest god who protects hunters and the wilderness with a gentle yet firm hand, and Maliki, the forest goddess associated with healing and the care of animals, reflecting a profound connection to the Earth's wild spaces. Its beliefs encompass a layered cosmos, consisting of the sky, earth, and an underworld known as Tuonela, where the souls of the departed reside, supported by an animistic worldview featuring animals like bears, revered in creation myths, and swans, symbols of the soul's journey, alongside spirits such as Haltijas, guardians of specific places and people. These spiritual elements are preserved through oral epics like the Kalevala, recited by tribal storytellers and shamans, who pass down the tales of the land and its divine inhabitants with rhythmic chants and dances. The divine pagan kindred seamlessly integrates Ukko's commanding sky power and Tapio's protective forest care into its divine assembly, their attributes suggesting a unified divine nature that governs both the celestial and terrestrial realms, providing a stabilizing and nurturing force within the spiritual landscape. The realm of Tuonela, with its shadowy depths and ancestral echoes, contributes a profound layer to the eternal veil, offering a space where the departed and the living maintain a spiritual dialogue, enriching the kindred's mystical framework with a sense of continuity. Sida trance rituals, where shamans offer honey and herbs to Tapio, and the vibrant midsummer rites conducted under the longest day's light, shape the ritual calendar, infusing the kindred with a rhythmic celebration of nature's peak and the forest's vitality. The presence of Haltijas enhances the spiritual framework, their guardianship connecting the community to the land and its spirits, uniting Finnic shamanism with the kindred's collective vision. This contribution deepens the realm's spiritual richness, as the layered cosmology of sky, earth, and underworld aligns with the interconnected planes of the eternal veil. The collective impact of Finnic Uralic paganism on the divine pagan kindred lies in its ability to enrich the religion with a mystical interplay of shamanistic depth and ecological harmony, a legacy that enhances the assembly's oversight of the natural and ancestral worlds. The integration of Ukko's thunder with Purin's might and Tapio's forest wisdom with Cernunnos's wildness creates a collaborative presence among the main gods and nature deities, ensuring a balanced celestial and terrestrial governance within the eternal veil. Tuonela's underworld role, guided by the Shades and Haltijas, aligns with Veles and the Otherworld, deepening the realm's spiritual narrative, while midsummer rites complement Kapala and solstice fires, enriching the calendar's seasonal diversity. The bear and swan totems further support the animistic ties, offering strength and soul guidance, which collectively fortify the kindred's cultural resilience. Thus, Finnic paganism's elements of shamanistic trance, layered cosmology, and nature reverence are intricately woven into the divine pagan kindred, providing an enduring source of mystical unity and ecological balance for its unified identity. Conclusion: the divine pagan kindred as a unified synthesis. The divine pagan kindred synthesizes the 6 pagan religions, Celtic, Germanic, Slavic, Greco-Roman, Baltic, and Finnic, into a universal framework, where the divine assembly reflects a singular essence within the eternal veil, a realm that harmonizes their diverse spiritual planes. Celtic fertility, embodied by Cernunnos and Brigid, merges with Germanic wisdom through Odin and Thor, Slavic thunder via Purin and Mokosh, Greco-Roman order with Zeus and Athena, Baltic creation through Dives and Perkunas, and Finnic nature with Ukko and Tapio, creating a pantheon that oversees the cosmos, earth, and beyond. The otherworld, Valhalla, Hades, Tuonela, and other realms converge as interconnected spiritual domains, enriched by a syncretic ritual calendar that includes blots, Kapala fire leaps, and Sida trances, each reflecting the seasonal and cultural rhythms of the tribes. This calendar serves as a living testament to the unity of the kindred, where the diversity of practices fosters a shared spiritual narrative. The contribution of spirits and animals further deepens the kindred's cohesion, as Celtic ravens, Germanic landvetter, Slavic domovoi, Greco-Roman nymphs, Baltic Veles, and Finnic Haltijas bridge the animistic and communal aspects of the religion. These entities, alongside totems like wolves, bears, and swans, enhance the eternal veil's mystical fabric, offering guidance, protection, and a connection to the natural world that transcends individual traditions. The rituals, grove offerings, runestone divinations, and fire altars, while rooted in their respective cultures, unite under the kindred's vision, creating a spiritual landscape where each tribe's heritage is preserved yet elevated. This synthesis allows the kindred to function as a dynamic realm, where the thunder of Purin echoes with Zeus's might, and the healing of Brigid blends with Maliki's forest balm, fostering a collective identity that draws strength from its diversity. The divine pagan kindred transcends the origins of its constituent traditions, offering a unified spiritual identity that celebrates the polytheistic richness of Europe's ancient peoples without external influence. The eternal veil serves as the unifying plane where the assembly's deities and spirits collaborate, overseeing the cycles of nature, the pursuit of wisdom, and the honoring of ancestors, free from the constraints of tribal isolation. This realm is a living tapestry, where the grove rites of the Celts, the blots of the Germanic, the fire ceremonies of the Balts, and the shamanistic dances of the Finns interweave, creating a harmonious whole. The kindred strength lies in its ability to maintain the distinct duties and attributes of each deity, Lufa's skill, Odin's insight, Perun's power, while combining them into a singular purpose that sustains the spiritual and natural order, ensuring a vibrant and enduring legacy for all who follow its path.